This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Sunday. A good crowd on hand at the Secondal Geologics Gym yesterday to watch our under-19 men's basketball team take on the USA All-Star Select Squad.
Well, it was good. I mean, just for us being together for only 3 days, they did very well. They played well. You know, they got to work on defense and stuff like that. But for these kids to be this young and have this much talent is great for them.
Is it hard selecting the players for the team, knowing that the United States is so big, 50 states and all?
Well, answer that.
Oh yeah, it is tough. That's a tough one. You know, we're gonna have a lot of players that miss out on this event, and then we had some players in Brooklyn, New York. So. I mean, of course it's tough, you know, having all these kids, 16, 17 years old and can't make this trip.
How does it feel playing here in the Bahamas and being selected for the squad?
Oh, this is great. This is great. I love being here. I love this country, this island, And it was just a fantastic experience, especially with Gary Payton being our coach.
And what have you taken from Mr. Payton so far?
Just play hard 100% of the game. Don't take any plays off, even if it's a blowout like we just did. But playing hard and, playing together.
Jeffrey Gibson is leaving nothing for chance at the IAAF World Championships taking place in Beijing, China. With only 2 runners in each heat and the next 2 fastest times advancing to the final of the men's 400-meter hurdles, Gibson had to get off to a fast start, especially since he was running out of lane 9. He will set a new national record and secure a spot into the final, which will take place on Tuesday. His time, 48.37 seconds, placed him in lane 7 for the final. While many of us here at home were asleep, Shaniqua Q. Ferguson took to the track at midnight, running in Heat 7 of the women's 100 meters. Ferguson did not advance out of the first round, clocking 11.48 seconds for 5th. All 3 of the Bahamian quarter-milers are into the next round of the men's 400 meters. Michael Matthews, Stephen Gardner, and Chris Brown run the one-lap event. Chris Brown turning in the fastest time of the Bahamian trio. Despite finishing 4th in his heat, Brown's time of 44.68 seconds ranks him 14th overall. Matthews stopped the clock at 45.07 seconds, which puts him in the 20th position overall. Now Gardner came in 2nd in his heat, which was one of the slowest, but still advanced with the time of 45.26 seconds. He is 27th overall. The semifinal will run at 8:05 p.m. Monday evening. Be sure to tune into the ZNS network for live coverage of the IAAF World Championships taking place in Beijing, China. Executives in the Bahamas Chess Federation are strategically making moves to move the sport up the ladder in hopes of bringing more people to the board.
Well, the federation here holds several tournaments throughout the year, and we determined based on the performance throughout the year who were the top players in their age categories. We in the Federation have reached out to a number of schools, public and private, trying to garner interest among the faculty and the students themselves, inviting them to tournaments so that they can learn the game and improve their games over time, so they can qualify for international tournaments like this.
Cross trainer Charles Johnson had to quickly come up with a name and brand for his box. Here's what he decided and why.
To be a part of what we call the CrossFit community, which is worldwide, over 10,000 boxes worldwide. Greg Glassman is the president of CrossFit International, and if you're watching ESPN now, you see that they have the CrossFit Games. G-Fit is just another arm of this whole fitness thing, that academy I have, and what I wanted to do, if you can do CrossFit, you have to be affiliated with the global community. So I got my affiliation about a few months back, and I chose Portcake because, they don't not allow like Bahamas or anything that tied to a country or a brand itself. So I had to come up with a creative name to describe basically the Bahamas and the Bahamian people itself. And I say, hey, Portcake. Basically, it's a conversation starter. Many tourists that come to the island ask me, why Portcake? They don't know what a Portcake is. A Portcake is a mixed breed dog that we have in abundance roaming, just like the Bahamian people. So basically, you have a mixture of Bahamian people from all walks of life, different moods, different attitudes coming together. So why not call them Portcakes?
That's all the time we have for sports. Once again, I'm Kelsey Johnson. Stay tuned and check on weather is next.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.